Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I can't remember who put it in my Instagram questions, but I asked what y'all'd like to see instead of what I eat in a days, since we were battling no groceries yet again because of the polar vortex in Texas. Somebody mentioned to clean with me, and as you can see, my house is a wreck and it definitely needed it. So I decided, what the heck, let's do it. Let me just say that any great task is first started with a cup of coffee. So that's exactly what I needed today, was a nice warm cup of coffee on this cold day. So there's a lot going on in this living room right now. As you can see, our love seat is over to the left-hand side. My cousins had no power and no water, so they came and stayed the night with us, and we wanted to make sure that everybody was warm, and we figured that would be the warmest part of the house, was to just put all the couches in the living room. So you'll see us move that in just a second. You'll also see that there's a quilt over the windows. We were lucky and never lost power. I think it's because we're on the same grid as the hospital, or it could also be the fact that we're on the same grid as a major light in our city. But in case we did lose power, we wanted to make sure that we kept it as warm as possible. And one of you on Instagram actually reached out to me and told me that's a really good way to keep warmth in, is to put blankets over the windows. So there's a blanket here, there's also a blanket over Avery's room, but you don't actually see that. This often happens in our house. We collect things at the bottom of the stairs that need to go up the stairs, like Avery's boots and hat, a bunch of blankets, the air mattress, that trash can goes up in Robbie's office. We need to get a basket or something for down there, but I just haven't done it yet. Speaking of basket, look at Avery's playpen. This child makes it a point to get every single toy out of her basket when she gets in that playpen, and then just lives in the chaos. So as much as it's kind of pointless for me to clean it up, it does make me feel a little better to put things back where they go. So you'll see me doing that here. It seems to me that my kitchen is always the first place to get dirty and the last place that I think to clean. Maybe not the last place that I think to clean, but I think it's just always lived in, so it's always got some little mess going on. It helps to at least go through once a day and kind of wipe down and clear the sink, and it just makes me feel a little bit better. So that's what you're seeing me do here. The large bucket in the left side of the sink is part of our system that we were using to make sure we were only using boiled water. If you don't know, a lot of cities in Texas went on a boil water notice because a lot of times when the pressure gets as low as it was, things that have been down in the bottom like calcium and bacteria can then filter into the water. So then you have to boil your water for 1 to 2 minutes before you can drink it or cook with it. Some people go as far as to bathe with it, but that was our dirty water bucket. I've gotten really into crafting, so I've been doing a lot of canvas painting or sign painting, book painting, all kinds of things. My mom and my sister actually are working on kind of a little, maybe possible business together. So I have all these paintbrushes, and I'm lazy sometimes and just let them sit around when really I need to clean them and put them away so they're not always out. Like I said, I've been getting into a lot of crafts, and this has become my crafting corner, and it is a mess. So I took one of Avery's bins for her toys, took some of her toys upstairs, put them in her toy bucket upstairs, and then stole that bin that I then emptied out to use as my crafting bin. So in just a second, you'll see that towards the end of the table, there's a big canvas, and that's a lot of the time where I paint. I guess I shouldn't be doing it on the kitchen table, but it's in a place where it was warm at the point. Also, I could watch a little TV while I was doing it if I wanted to, or a tutorial on YouTube on the big TV, but I really have to wipe it down pretty frequently because paint can splatter, and I just make a mess sometimes. So, yeah. Okay, so this was the worst part of the storm for us. I said this in the last video. We were extremely lucky, and this was the biggest inconvenience that we had. Therefore, we were fine, absolutely fine. It was just, like I said, an inconvenience. So during the nighttime when it would freeze, we would have to unhook our water from our refrigerator and from our washer. And during one of those times, something didn't get hooked up correctly and the laundry room flooded into the kitchen. So right now, Robbie's using our little Bissell Mean Green machine to try and soak up some of the water, while I'm coming up behind him with the steam mop to steam mop away and evaporate some of the water that's on the floor. Like I said, it really wasn't that big of a deal. Kind of funny now when we think about it, but that's just kind of what we were doing today. And so I figured I would include that in this clean with me. Also, a really good friend of ours was super sweet and let us borrow their shop vac so that we could get up most of the water. The laundry room got the biggest part of it, but really look, it's barely anything. So I took a little bit of a break when the baby woke up, and then she was really clingy today. She's actually popping like 1 or 2 teeth at this point, and so she definitely wanted to be held. But I also had some cleaning that I needed to do. So this, what is this brand? Actually, this is the Boppy brand. The Boppy brand carrier works really, really well. Very stretchy, and she really enjoys it. She likes to be really near to you. You can see her foot kicking. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that before. So cute. Also, you can see I had to change my pants. I'm pretty sure she got something all over me, but I can't remember now. Is anybody else as particular about how their K-cups and their pods are placed out? I like things to be uniform if possible. And can you tell what our favorite kind of coffee pods are? And that was the end of my clean with me day. I felt so much better after I had finished all of that. Just like looking around at a clutter-free, clean house makes me feel so good. Thank you guys so much for the suggestion, and thank you so much for watching and for always being so supportive of us. I want to thank you guys for being here, but until next time, I love you all and God bless ya.